In many cases, you will, because if this is something that's going to blow the budget out, out of the water, because you're spending too much time on your cloud, too much money on your cloud resources, I think in many cases the IT groups are going to get in trouble for that. So the days of just moving, blindly to a hyperscaler, AWS, Microsoft, Google, I think are going to be behind us. And I think given the amount of multiples in terms of what you're paying additional money for these systems, they're okay with going with the NeoClouds. And as far as the user's concerned, they don't even see it. In other words, they don't care if they're logging on to AWS, Microsoft, or Google. And if they're logging on to CoreWeave or Lambda Labs, things like that, and that's occurring in the back end, and they're receiving a tremendous amount of discount for virtually the same infrastructure, they're okay with that. And I'm seeing people make those decisions all the time. Hyperscaler brands be damned. So AWS, Microsoft, and Google are pricing AI like protected incumbents in markets that now has a real group of competitors out there. And that's exactly how dominant players get caught flat-footed. I don't see this as being a huge shift, but it's growing. In other words, the ability to adopt other AI players in the marketplace is something I think enterprises wouldn't have considered even 2 years ago. They're considering it now just because the price differences are so vast.